So what up, YouTube? On the ZX6 Ninja today. Picked this up a couple days ago, and I've been kind of going through it. Got it sitting up, and had some old gas in it and stuff, and it's been running a little bit rough, so I'm trying to burn. I dumped what was in it and put some fresh gas and some fuel treatment in it, and everything's just still kind of stiff from sitting up. I'm expecting it to everything to loosen up here in the next, I don't know, week or so of riding it. I think running it's probably the best thing for it right now. Week or so without starting, and especially stuff that's finicky like this. And the guy I bought it from, he was nice enough, but you know, to be honest, he was kind of a goober. He was he let the battery die, and it had a bad battery in it. And whenever I went to test drive, he's like, "Oh, well, we need to jump it." I'm like, "Okay, that's fine. You know, if it is the battery, then the stator will take over, and the bike will still run." So he hooks up to his car and like clicks it, like turns it over once, and then gives up when he doesn't start. And like we pulled it out of like a hole in his garage, so I know it had been in there for a while. But this guy, like, no concept of how like anything works when it comes to mechanics or anything like that. Like he like I say, he just bumped the starter and it didn't start. It's like, "Oh, well, we gotta wait for it to charge." But it turned over fine. So I was like, you know, man, it'll start. You just gotta, you know, let everything get moving, get gas up to the carbs and everything, and it'll run. He's like, "No, I need to let it charge. Trust me, it's my bike." I was like, "Okay, dude, you know, whatever." So we let it charge, and it kicks over, and then, you know, I ride it around the block, and it rode fine. When it's running, it runs really good. And I ordered a new air filter for it. The air filter was filthy. Believe it or not, this is my first sport bike. I've always had cruisers. I started on a Harley. It ridden me for life. Come on, car. Oh man, come on, car. Let's get around here. Yeah, started on a Harley. Harley Sportster 1200, loved it. The only reason I sold it is that's actually it worked. Easiest sale I've ever made. And I always joke that everything I have for sale, because it is. You know, I'm not, for the right price, I'm not married to anything I have. And one of the guys that I worked with was looking at new Harleys, and he's like, "Man, I want to spend that much," and he's looking for a 1200 Sportster, which is what I had. Yeah, I like that. So he offered me $5 grand for it, and I owed $4. I had $4 left to pay on it, and I was like, "Yeah, I knew that my finances were about to change, and I wasn't really sure what was going to happen, so I was thinking, less debt is better. And I was trying to get out of all my vehicle payment debt, and that was the biggest chunk of it at the time. So I sold it to him, and pretty much immediately regretted it. After that, it was starting to. I sold it at the beginning of winter, and kind of towards the beginning of spring, I started getting the itch again. Everybody's getting out on their bikes, and I'm like, man, I really need to be riding. So I started, trolling Craigslist, and I found that Shadow that I was riding in my first couple videos. I found that on Craigslist for nothing. I think I paid $1,500, and I traded a shotgun as well. But I wanted a shotgun to go hunting with, and this guy wasn't the brightest either. I've met some real winners on the Craigslist when it comes to buying motorcycles. But this guy, he's like, yeah, I want a shotgun to go goose hunting with my niece and this and that. I was like, well, I've got this home defense knockoff 870 12 gauge, and he was looking at it, and he's like, yeah, this will work for goose hunting. I'm thinking, no, it won't, dude, but whatever. I want a bike. So $1,500 in that that piece of crap shotgun. And I was back on two wheels, so I was happy. And I've been riding that for last year and a half or so, and it's really been that was really a good bike. It ran well. It just wasn't enough for me. I grew up on a bigger bike than that, and what was weird about it is it felt bigger. It rode like it was a bigger bike than it was, but it had no power. There wasn't enough balls to it for me, and that's really what made me want to sell it. I kind of started looking for something different. This is cop up here. Slow her down. I started looking for something different a couple weeks ago, and I threw an ad up. I was asking $3,000 for that bike. Knew I only paid pretty much $1,600 for it. That shotgun was worth about $100, and that was given to me. That was not I didn't pay anything for that originally. So $1,500 out of pocket for it, and I was trying to sell it for $3,000, and I would have been real happy if I could have got $3,000 for it. But I found a couple I saw a couple deals come and go that I really wanted, and I was looking at Harleys at first because I wanted another Harley, and I decided I couldn't afford one, and so a Harley was out of the question. I knew I didn't want another smaller cruiser, so sport bike it is. And this is my first one. I'm as soon as I get it running,